Yo, it's your boy Jay Sports, and we got another great show. It's a lot going on in the sports world. New York Knicks, after 47 years, finally got a championship. They finally won some. The city of New York is on fire. There's a lot of trade rumors warming up. Donovan Mitchell might be on the move. The Cavs talking about they might trade everybody on their team. We got NFL playoffs about to start soon. Is LaMelo Ball really the franchise guy? And on the Charlotte Hornets? I don't know. But we got a lot of topics and a lot of things to cover. But let's get into this NBA Cup game where the Knicks finally won something. Shout out to the Cup champions, the New York Knickerbockers. They beat the Spurs. Ultimately, they just played better than the Spurs. They wanted it more than the Spurs. They simply were just better than the Spurs. That's what it all comes down to. Wemby did not look good in that game at all. I know he had something personal going on in his personal life, so I understand. I get it, but he did not look too good. Uh, Let me see if we could then be a Cup game. But yeah, shout out to the Knicks, man. Shout out to New York Knickerbockers. 47 years, they finally won something. Y'all gotta respect their win, because 10 years from now, it's gonna matter. Let's see. This was Tuesday. OG and Nobly had one heck of a game. OG had, let me see if I get these numbers quick. OG had 28 points. Jalen Brunson had 25. Mitchell Robinson in the 18 minutes he played in this game, he had 15 rebounds and 10 of them were offensive. More than half his rebounds came off the offensive glass. Mitchell Robinson is a very weird role player. He's a very intriguing role player, right? He's not gonna give you nothing on the offensive end, but his rebounding keeps him on the floor. But he can't shoot free throws. He's not that good of a scorer. He's not that good of a passer. But he gives you so many extra possessions, it's kind of hard to keep him off the floor. But at the same time, he's such a negative to keep him on the floor. I think he was just more physical with the Spurs. The Knicks as an overall team, they wanted it more. I mean, every single time they got 2 feet in the paint, whether it be Jalen Brunson. Once Jalen Brunson got 2 feet in the paint, they didn't know what to do or where to go. Devin Vassell did not have a great game. He had 12 points on terrible efficiency, shooting 28% from the field. He didn't really do much in this game. Stephon Castle had one heck of a game, 15 and 12 with 7 rebounds. Darren Fox was 16 and 9. And then you Victor Wembanyama with 18 and 6. He shot 41% from the field. I think when we look at Wemby, one of his biggest weaknesses is that he does not like contact. He's not a contact type of person. He struggles with physicality. I think offensively, there's a lot of flaws in his games. I think he settles for jump shots way too much. He doesn't post up as much as he should. I think he needs to get stronger. He needs to get in that weight room, work on his post moves. I think Bates can keep him off the glass because he doesn't like the contact once again. So when somebody box him out, he just you understand what I'm saying? It was a good game. Shout out to the Knicks. I think this team is a championship level team. They should not lose in the East. There's only 2 teams I think that could possibly give them trouble in the East. The Orlando Magic, and the other team is going to be the who's the other team? The Detroit Pistons. Those are the only two teams I think that give the Knicks trouble. But overall, the Knicks realistically should be in the championship. If you look at what they did last season, you go to the Eastern Conference Finals, lose to the Indiana Pacers, a team you should have beat that you were better than. I don't trust no team with Cat on it, unfortunately. I think he's a terrible defender, and I think that hinders him, and his offense can be very inconsistent. Like, I'm talking about, like, he be struggling to score to give you buckets. I understand he can shoot and stretch the floor, but yeah. Uh, the Knicks is a very good team. I think with Downtown Brown, Mike Brown, the team looks better offensively than it did with Tibbs, but defensively, I don't think they're as good from watching them. I don't think Tibbs should have got fired. I thought Tibbs should have stayed where he was. I get it. Um, this roster he has is not a bad roster per se. It's a pretty good roster. You got Jordan Clarkson, who's a very speedy guy. Jordan Clarkson, who's a very hit or miss guy. Tyler Kolek, he looks like he's gonna be a very good bench piece. He's gonna be a steal. Believe when he was drafted, he would. I believe he led the nation in assists at the time. I could be wrong. But I know he's a great facilitator in college. You got Mitchell Robinson, you got Jordan Clarkson. I think when we go to playoffs, that's gonna be your when you run that tight rotations. I think Clarkson, Tyler Kolek, that's probably gonna be your three guys that's coming off the bench. Uh, Gershon Yubusele, I don't know about him, what he's gonna do, but yeah. Uh, when I'm looking at this Spurs roster, the three monster of Vassell, Stephon Castle, and De'Aaron Fox. Oh no, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, and Dylan Harper. That three-headed monster of guards they have is very good, but I think De'Aaron Fox might be the weak guard. If I'm Spurs, I'm looking to move on from De'Aaron Fox. Stephon Castle will be my full-time point guard because he clearly could do that. And I'm starting Dylan Harper at the 2, a great 3-and-D player, a player who can score, who can shot create, very solid defender. I'm looking in this trade deadline to give up De'Aaron Fox. I'm giving up the older player. I'm getting rid of the old to bring in the new. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So I just think the Spurs are a good team. They can make some noise in the West, but I don't think they're a championship level team. I told you I think the Thunder on the tier their own is the Thunder and is everybody else. Dynasty has started. I keep trying to tell y'all this. You can listen to me, believe me. That's up to y'all. But Dynasty has started. Realistically, it's the Thunder, then it's everybody else. The way they are developing players, the way that Mike D, pause, it has he's running 14-man rotations, 13-man rotations, 12-man rotations. He's getting the best out of his players. He knows what he knows he has a formula he can work with. When you have Chet, J-Dub, and Shea as your three core guys you're building around them. This team is used to playing with them with the injuries that they had. We saw J-Dub miss most of this season. We saw Chet get banged up and nicked up. We seen Hartenstein get banged up and miss a couple games. We seen Dort get banged up and miss a couple of games. We seen Caruso get banged up and miss a couple games. Again, we see all these players, and OKC has these guys like an AJ Mitchell coming off the bench, Andrew Wiggins coming off the bench, guys who are fulfilling their roles. They play within their roles. They play for each other, and they're developing into great, great basketball players, high IQ. They can do a little bit of everything on the court. They can defend. They can shoot. They can pass. They can play make. But the Thunder, shout out to the Thunder development team because they really develop players. They let them takes time to get where they're at. They see where their strength and where their weaknesses are, and they really work on their weaknesses while maxing out their strengths. And a lot of teams are not good with that. But shout out to the Spurs, man. Shout out to the Spurs. Let's get into some NBA news. The Knicks finally won a chip, man. Took them 47 years to finally win something. So all the Knicks fans, shout out to y'all, man. Now let's see if y'all can go to the finals and do. Let's see. So apparently, Don Mitchell and Evan Mobley are the only untouchable players on the Cavaliers roster on trade deadline. Darius Garland and Jared Allen appear to be available for the right price in Cleveland. Cleveland need to get rid of everybody. Everything must go. I think they should have a fire sale. I think Donovan Mitchell needs to go too. I don't think you can win with Donovan Mitchell on your team. I don't think Donovan Mitchell is a number one option. I don't think he's a championship level player. When we look at Donovan Mitchell's career, he went to the West, couldn't get. He was on the Utah Jazz, didn't make conference finals. He's on this Cavs team, still can't make the conference finals. And before y'all say they was hurt last season, I don't want to hear that because again they were up 21 points and they both blew them leads in them last two games against the Pacers, while ultimately they lost. So that injury excuse is flying out the window because he's clearly capable of winning these games and closing them out, but things happen you can't control. Evan Mobley, his offense is so weird and not coming along like I thought it would. Defensively, he's going to be a monster. He's a monster. But offensively, scoring the basketball and doing these things, he struggles with. He struggles with his shot creation. He struggles with shooting the three ball. I mean, his post-ups is I mean, offensively, he's kind of limited to a certain extent. But you can build around the Evan Mobley. I think he needs to slide down to the center full time. But I also think he's not ready to play that position. Evan Mobley is a good player, though. Now, for Jared Allen and Darius Garland, I think Darius Garland, you're going to get a lot of calls from him. A lot of teams need point guards, looking for a point guard. And, yeah, a lot of teams need a point guard. Darius Garland is better than people want to give him credit for. I don't think he's as bad as people want him to be or the way he may seem. I think he's a very serviceable, all-star caliber, on the brink of a star type of player. Cleveland, this team, I don't know about Cleveland. I don't think this team is ever going to be one of the best teams in the East. I think they're frauds. I think they're frauds. I don't think they're as good as people think they are. When I'm looking at the East, I think the Knicks are a better team. I think the Magic are a better team. I think the Pistons are a better team. I think these teams are better than the Cavs. The Cavs are, yes, they're a top 5 team in the East, but I wouldn't even have them as contenders. They might not even be better than Miami this season. I don't know. But we're going to see what pieces they can get back for them. The Charlotte Hornets reportedly now view Con Knuppel, the new face of the franchise. Con Knuppel has gone under the radar in this draft. He's a very good ball player, very good rebounder, high IQ, moves well without the ball, lights out shooter. He's an average to solid defender. I'm not going to say he's like shut down, locked down, but he's like average to solid, somewhere in that realm. He makes good passes, high IQ. He plays the game, simplicity, basic, but he gets done what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. I told y'all about LaMelo. LaMelo's style of basketball does not translate to winning. It's not winning basketball. He plays basketball like it's 2K, like he doesn't take it serious. And then LaMelo goes into these ruts where he's struggling to score, but he keeps jacking up shots. Bad shots, not good shots. I'm talking about contested shots, I don't care shots. Just chucking just to chuck. And then the Hornets will make runs when he gets benched. They'll make runs and get back in the game when the ball's movement. The offense is more free flow. I think Con Canuple can be a star caliber player. I think he can be a franchise guy for the Hornets. Do I think he's a superstar? I don't know about that one, but only time will tell. I think he's on a star level. I think he could be a top 20 to 30 player in this league. He can be that. Now, can he be the number one option on championship team? I don't know. Only time will tell. But looking at Con Canuple, what he brings to the table, how this man is very fundamentally basic. He's good with moving without the ball. He takes high IQ shots. He finds the right man, passes to the right man. He's a good rebound, solid defender. He has all the tools in the basket. When the Hornets move on from LaMelo, I think you get a lot for LaMelo because, again, teams are looking for a point guard right now. If you're trying to get rid of a point guard, this is your year to try to get rid of him. This is the year of I need a point guard. And with LaMelo being 6'7" and doing the things he does, a lot of teams are going to want him, which I get and understand. I don't think he's a championship player or he's going to contribute to winning, but hey, I think can he be a number 2 on the team? I don't know because I haven't seen him do it, but I think he has the tools to be a number 2. Is he going to be willing to be that number 2? The Hornets franchise might have got or started to get it right because when Michael Jordan was there, they didn't know what they was doing, what they was drafting. When you got guys like, yeah, we're not going to talk about the guys there because they had some mucho galente basura players. Talking about Con Canuple, he's shooting 40% from beyond the arc this season. This is second highest among players with at least 200 attempts, trailing only Steph Curry. Man, shout out to Con Canuple, man, because he is balling. Very good three-point shooter. You know what they say about them YT boys, man. One thing about them, they don't miss, man. It's time we have a conversation about Jaylen Brown because he's been highly disrespected by the people. People were telling me that he would be exposed as number one option. He was trash. He couldn't be a number one option on the team. I was told that the Celtics were going to be a play-in team or miss the play. Actually, y'all were telling me he's going to miss the playoffs in general. He's just going to be cooked and fried. I was told the man not even a top 20 player in the NBA, not even a top 25 player. Some people even told me he wasn't even a top 30 player in the NBA. And do we see what Jaylen Brown is doing this season without Jason Tatum? 34, 8, 7. The man is 30 ball, 30 ball, 30 ball, rebounds, assistant. He has a triple double in there. Like, can we respect Jaylen Brown? When we look at Jaylen Brown's number this season, right, and how he's being the best player, getting number one coverage, as y'all would say. The man just battled Detroit and lost. Empty stats, I get it. But the man did have 34 points with 7 assists, 8 rebounds. He shot 52% from the field. Yeah, this guy, Jaylen Brown. I'm going to get even crazy with you. I think Jaylen Brown better than Donovan Mitchell. I think he's just clearly better than him. Jaylen Brown this season is averaging almost 30 with 6 rebounds and 5 assists. And his true shooting what's his true shooting this season? And he has a 59 true shooting. Y'all don't respect Jaylen Brown. I'm tired of this. And I'm not mistaken, they're like a top 5 team. Let me see who's Boston in the ranking. I believe they're a top 5 team this season. This season, he's leading them to they had the 5th best offense in the league. They're ranked 17th or 30, and he has a 6 net rating. So he's leading them to a pretty good team overall. Y'all don't respect Jaylen Brown. Just disrespecting the man like he ain't one of them. Like he ain't better than Jason Tatum low key. But that's a conversation y'all ain't ready to have though. They're at least at the same level. You understand what I'm saying? So as we know, last season Jason Tatum tore his Achilles. Apparently, according to Chris B. Haynes, he said he was coming back this season, which I think is stupid. Why would you want to come back? The Celtics, I don't understand. You need to sit out the whole season, realistically. Nobody has expectations for the Celtics team, really. They make the playoffs, they make the playoffs. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is. Um, Let me look at the standings real quick. So right now, Boston is the 4th seed with 15-11. 15 wins, 11 losses. So they're better than the Magic, the Sixers, the Hawks, the Heat, the Cavs. The Cavs, by the way, are in 9th place, which is insane. Milwaukee's not even sniffing the playoffs right now. Yeah, I mean, why does Jason Tatum come back? What's the point of bringing him back realistically? You're coming off an Achilles injury. You have no expectations for this season. Most people are. This is a throwaway season for you, so you coming back is idiotic. KD said view himself on the top of the all-time rankings. I'm not going to the gym making shots saying, "Oh, I'm better than Bird. This gonna make me better than Magic, better than Jordan." I don't give a beep about that much. I love these dudes. I felt like I've done over these 19 years, like MJ, Kobe, LeBron. You can't talk down on me as not being in y'all realm. This is delusional to the highest capacity. This man is insane. This man got to have CTE. I don't know what's going on in Golden State, but he must have got hit with a soda can or something. The problem with Kevin Durant is, right, when you look at his career, let's start with the Thunder years. Thunder years. Great player, had great seasons, one of the best scorers in the league, top 5 player, top 10 player, wherever you want to put him. He went to a finals, multiple Western Conference run, multiple deep season playoff pushes. 2016, he underperforms. It was that 2016? I believe that was 2016. Let me double check to get my dates right, because y'all know me and my dates. I believe it was 2016 that they looked. Yep, 2016. 2016. You up 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors. What happens? You play terrible for the next 3 games. You get cooked, fried, sauteed. Lose the series. In that game 7, you are abysmal. Westbrook outplayed you. What is this the game? Yeah. Game 7, Westbrook was better than you. Westbrook had 19, 13, and 7. Now, you did shoot better from the field. Sure. Okay. You had a smooth 27 points. That's cool, no. But Russ, bailed you out that game. I ain't gonna lie to you. And honestly, in that whole series, Westbrook was better than KD, if we're just being completely honest. Westbrook was averaging 27, 7, and 13, shooting 31% from 3, 39% from the field. And I know y'all gonna want the true shooting. Russ was a 50%, KD was a 53%. So instead of you saying, let's run this back, yo. We got this in the bag, Russ. I got you, my boy. You said, nah, I'm going to go join Golden State. You get there, you go 3 finals, you turn to the Avengers, the greatest team ever assembled. You turn the Golden State into the Infinity Gauntlet because you was just the last piece of the puzzle. The third time, when y'all going for a 3-peat, you get injured. That was it. Y'all were cooked. So you leave. Draymond calls you a B word. You get in your feelings. You get sad. You say, you know what? I don't need you. I could do it all by myself. Fast forward, you go to Golden State. Not Golden State. You go to the Brooklyn Nets. You, James Harden, Kyrie. Y'all play like 13 or 15 games together. Y'all don't play a lot of games together. People thought that that team was making to the championship, by the way. I told them a team that plays no defense is not sniffing a championship. They're one of the worst defenses in the league. Boom. Next season, then the next year, you're still on the Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie wants out. James Harden gets traded. He said he wants out. You say, you know what? I don't want to be here no more either. Trade me too. They give you the boot. They trade you. Where do you go? To the Phoenix. You go to Phoenix. You go to the Suns. My problem with the Suns was, y'all told me that was a playoff team. You don't make the playoffs. You don't sniff the playoffs. You telling me a team with you, Bradley Beal, and oh boy, 23-24. You make the playoffs, you play 11 games, you lose. You lose to the Denver Nuggets. Cool. Whatever. Shout out to you. The next season, 23-24. You know what Kevin Durant does? The Slytherin does? Let me tell you what the Slytherin does. They don't make the playoffs. They don't even sniff the playoffs. They go a total of 49. Oh, wait, it's just. No, you didn't make the. No. Yes. You won 36 games, lost 46. You were hurt. Yes, you were injured. I really don't give a damn. You played 62 games. You're telling me Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal can't make the playoffs? 3 all-star caliber players? 3 top 50 players, whatever you want to put Bradley Beal. I'm putting 50 to be a safe number. You tell me y'all can't make the playoffs or sniff the playoffs? So since Golden State, it sounds like you can't make conference finals as the man. Sounds like you can't even get out the second round as the man. And now you're on a loaded Houston Rockets team that I don't think is going to get past the first round. I don't know if they get past the first round. I don't know. Because they got their own problems to deal with no point guard. Their offense is lackadaisical and just poo-poo, to be honest with y'all. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So what do you do now? I think the Suns are about to make at least a play-in. If they make the play-in, you tell me a team led by Dylan Brooks and Devin Booker can make the playoffs, or the play-in at least. But you, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal couldn't do that. You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked, bucko. You got to do better, be better. The Lakers want Herb Jones. I don't know where I got Williams from. 2 first-round picks. Do y'all believe Herb Jones is worth 2 round picks? 2 first rounders? Because I don't think he's worth that. Maybe 1 and a player. But 2? Yeesh. Kind of pushing it with that, 2. You understand what I'm saying? 2 is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Two first-round picks is insane. He's one of the elite perimeter defenders. Offensively, if the Lakers trade for Herb Jones, it's like you're essentially trading for a slightly better Vanderbilt. That's who Jared Vanderbilt. That's who you essentially are going to be trading for. A guy who's good at defense, good perimeter defender, but doesn't give you much offensively. Very offensively limited. So yeah, have fun with that. Luka Doncic on JJ Redick's recent meeting with him and LeBron, where JJ asks more on the defensive end of the 2 stars. I agree with that. Your 2 best players need to play defense and be defenders. LeBron's been solid, about average on defense. Luka has been a cone. He's been a cone his whole career. We're gonna get into football a little bit. Let's talk about it. I'm so tired of hearing when we talk about the Patriots. I'm so tired of people saying their schedule. They didn't play nobody. Before that schedule came out, most of y'all wouldn't even think the Patriots would have 11 wins and be number 1 in the AFC East and have the second best record in the AFC. Y'all would not believe that. Most of us thought this team could barely even get 7 wins, maybe 8 if they were lucky. So how in the same breath did you not expect them to go over their expectations, but somehow you gonna bring them down talking about they ain't play nobody? Oh, like come on, son. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have it both ways. This team has expectations. They have overachieved. They were not supposed to be this good. And as a Patriots fan, I'm here to tell you, I thought this team was gonna win like 6, 7 games. We're gonna have a top 10 pick again. That's what I was rooting for. But the Patriots came out and performed. Punch. They did what they supposed to do. I'm telling you, I got the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. Call me delusional, call me Delulu. So at their best, who's better? Yoke, Dave Robinson, Kevin Garnett, and Moses Malone. Who do y'all think at their best was better? I'm gonna tell y'all right here, right now, it ain't Jokic, all right? Because his defense is mucho galente basura. Two of these guys clear him defensively. If you want to say he clears offensively, you can say that. But then what's going to be the middle ground? What's moving you more? I think KG at his peak was the best player. Then David Robinson. Then Moses and Jokic could battle 1v1 of who was better. I like, to be honest with y'all. So now we got another one. We got Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, Kawhi Leonard, Dominique Wilkins. I think it's a tie between D Wade and Kawhi. I'm going to edge out D Wade because what he did in 06 was a phenomenal run. Even though I felt like the Mavs really should have won, that whole NBA Finals was rigged. But it was D Wade. First round quarterback since 2020. Tua got benched. Justin Fields got benched. Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Bryce Young, Kenny Pittman, Anthony Richardson. The NFL has a QB development problem. And I agree with this 100%. When you look at these first round quarterbacks, right? The NFL is boom or bust. There is no more of sitting behind a quarterback. I think Jordan Love might be the last one that sat behind a great quarterback. I think Green Bay is probably one of the last teams that does this. They let their quarterback sit for 2 to 3 seasons, soak up as much knowledge as they can, and then say, bada bing, bada boo, baby. Welcome to the club. You understand what I'm saying? You are boom or bust. You have 1 year to prove how good you are. Like, the team is going to give you scraps and going to tell you to figure it out. But these quarterbacks, I think, also are not as good as people think they are. Tua is mucho galante basura, dog crap. He's getting benched this week for Ken Ewers, and which makes the Dolphins situation even worse for them. They're stuck with Tua for the next 3 years. They're stuck with that man's contract. Because the amount of dead money that's on the books for them, they're stuck with Tua. Tua is mid. He has a noodle arm. He televises passes. He doesn't lead his receivers well. I don't think he reads the field very well. I don't know what he be doing or what he be thinking. Then Mike Daniels messed the offense up and handicapped it to me because you built that system around a quarterback who simply ain't that good, who's inefficient. You tried to build a team that could mask his flaws as a QB, and I don't think it's working out well for you at all. Now you about to start the rookie Quinn Ewers. You drafted a quarterback, you can see what he can do, but you're still stuck with Tua. If I'm the Dolphins, you just might as well eat the dead calorie sap, see what you can get for Tua. Because I think there's a team that's going to be dumb enough to make a trade package to get Tua Tagovailoa and thinking he could be a good quarterback in this league. Y'all already know this. The quarterback is the most important position in football. We all know this. And the way they just got spunk against the Steelers, how they was running the ball over them, and Tua was throwing picks left and right, couldn't complete a pass to save his life. It's time to move on from Tua. But again, if you do that, you're going to be in salary cap hell. You're going to have all this millions of dollars of dead money, make it harder for you to sign people. This is why you can't give mid quarterbacks their money. You have to wait. When you throw the bag at certain quarterbacks so early, this is what you get. Shout out to Cooper Flag because he had 40 points 2 days ago, I believe, 2 or 3 days ago. He's the youngest player to drop 40 points. He broke LeBron James' record. Um, Few's game before 40-point games. The fact that Will Chamberlain only took him one is insane. This is how you know the man, the myth, the legend isn't real. It took Kareem 7, MJ, Michael Jordan 9, Oscar 14. Cooper, it took him 26 games before he got to his 40-point game. Took Ellen Bay 44. Kevin Durant and Steph took 80. Allen Iverson, LeBron took 69. Kobe took 248. This is not an exclusive complete list. But yeah. So back to talking about Tua for a little bit. Shout out to Cooper Flag. 40 ball. And y'all told me the Mavs lost trade, but we're gonna come back to that in a minute too. You're stuck with Tua. Look at this. For the next 3 seasons, you're stuck with this man. You got a 39 million cap hit, 56 cap hit, 53, and 65 cap hit. So you stuck with this man till 2028, basically. And every year you prolong it, the higher it gets. So now you in cap hit hell. I don't know how you gonna maneuver around this, but it's the NFL. Y'all will find a way. If you gonna cut him, this is the season because it's only 39. Once it goes into next season, you're looking at 56. 27, it goes down to 53, and 28 goes down to 65. It goes up to 65. So you're cooked. It's either now or never. Cooper Flag is holding All-Stars to 42% from the field, 60% from 3. I think he's going to be a great two-way player. I think he's going to be better than Luka ever was in a Dallas Mavericks uniform. I believe this guy is a championship caliber player that you can win with as no one option. I think Cooper Flag is going to be an elite two-way player in this league, a top 5 player in this league. I think he's capable of winning a D-point MVP sometime in his career. I think Cooper Flag is going to be a problem for this league as he gets older. The only teenagers with 30-plus points, 5-plus rebounds, 5-plus assists, 2 blocks in a single game, LeBron, KD, Wemby, and Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag has passed T-Mac for the 3rd most points in NBA history before turning 19. LeBron, 625. Kobe, 539. Cooper Flag, 461 and counting. Cooper Flag got 42, 6, and 7 most points by 18-year-old over in a single game. They lost this game, but shout out to Cooper Flag because you saw the potential. The NFL has a major injury problem this year. A lot of people been tearing their ACLs. Micah Parsons just tore his. Patrick Mahomes just tore his. Nick Bosa tore his. Malik Neighbors did. Tyreek, Tyler Kraft, Zach Ertz, Marshawn Lattimore, Najee Harris, Daniel Jones. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the NFL, but yeah, they're getting really injury prone. The NFL is wide open. And Mahomes and Burrow is out the playoffs, which is crazy. The Packers are going to probably be without Micah Parsons. He tore his ACL, so he's going to be out for the season. You're probably going to get no Ravens. And the Lions, I don't know if they're going to be able to sneak in there. It's possible, but I highly doubt it. Rams and the Eagles are beat up. The 49ers are missing their best players. And the Bills need Josh Allen to be super duper Thanos, Super Saiyan Goku level 8 for them to just survive. So the NFL is wide open. Myles Garrett is 1 sack away from breaking history as the most sacks in a season. He has 22 sacks. The records by Michael Strahan at 22 and a half. TJ Watt and Michael Strahan are both tied at 22 and a half. He just needs one more, baby. He needs one more sack or 2 half a sacks, and the man has the record. Shout out to Myles Garrett, one of the most dominant linemen of all time. He's in them conversations. Between him, Aaron Donald, Michael Strahan, Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, they all in that conversation, man. The Chiefs have a problem. I don't know what the Chiefs are going to do after this season. You have an aging roster. I don't think you have good enough young talent or elite talent. You're missing the playoffs. Your streak is over. It was about, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 year reign as you being the championship. All roads lead through Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's what we thought. But this season, they weren't good. I don't know what changes the Chiefs are going to do, but they need to find a dominant number one wide receiver. They need to fix up their defense. They need to fix up their O-line. They have a lot of serious decisions to make in this offseason and the future of this franchise. And this is the first time in 11 years that the Chiefs won't be in playoff contention. The Chargers clean sweep the Chiefs. I told y'all they was better than Chiefs. I told y'all week one after what I saw, I said they're gonna be better. Terry McBride has been one of the best tight ends in football. I think he can be a historical tight end, one of the best. So ESPN did the 25 best players under 25. Victor 1 and 2, K3, Jalen Williams 4, Segun 5, Amin Thompson at 6, and Mobley at 7, Cooper Flag at 8, Chet at 9. Yeah, so I'm looking at this and I'm moving a lot of names need to be moved around right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Chet needs to be higher. Jalen Williams need to be higher. Cooper needs to be higher. I'm putting Cooper over Evan Mobley. I'm putting him over Amin. I'm putting him over Sengun. Him and Jalen Williams in conversation. So yeah. Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper. I don't think this list is that bad. I've seen worse, but it's a pretty solid list for the most part. Is Joe Burrow the new Andrew Luck? It look like it might just be. Shout out to the 27 people that's in here on Twitter. Make sure to follow me for more great content. Y'all know the vibes. We're gonna recap the NFL real quick. Let's see the NFL. I told y'all about Kirk Cousins, right? I told y'all about Kirk O'Banks. First cousin Kirk. Big Kirk, the little one. I told y'all. Y'all gonna respect my boy Kirk Cousins. They beat the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have fell off a cliff this season. I don't know what's happening with this team, but they just disappeared. The Browns lost to the Bears. Shador had a terrible game. They were getting pressure on him left and right. He looked like a deer in headlights. Ravens skunked the Bengals. The Bengals couldn't even get into field goal range or even score a touchdown. It was bad. Cardinals and Texans. The Texans dominated. And I shocked to see that. Jets and Jaguars. Jaguars dominated. Trevor Lawrence was just doing whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. Chiefs and Chargers. Unfortunately, Patrick Mahomes did tear his ACL in this game. Chargers won, edged out. They were simply the better team. The Bills and the Patriots. The Patriots had a 21-7. I believe they were up into the second half. Then it just got ugly from there. They could not finish this game. The Bills defense started clicking in that fourth quarter, and it was over. It was a disappointment, but hey. Giants and Commanders. The Commanders won. That's not shocking. Eagles skunked the Raiders. The Raiders, I don't know what they're going to do as an organization. They need a lot of work. Packers fall to the Broncos. Bo Nix things. The Broncos probably going to be the number one seed. The Rams lost to the Lions. No, the Rams beat the Lions, my bad. 41-34. That was a shootout game. Basically, no defense was played. The Saints somehow edged out the Panthers. It's a division game, so y'all know how them go. Seahawks and Colts. Old man Rivers played his first game. He was actually good. He did better than what I expected him to do. We had the Titans and the Niners. The Niners obviously won. And the Cowboys did Cowboys things by losing to the Vikings and had J.J. McCarthy look like a top 5 quarterback. I don't. The Cowboys are one of the weirdest teams ever. So we're looking at the playoff this season. So basically, it looks like the Rams and Broncos are probably gonna lock up the number 1 seed. Patriots are probably gonna be stuck at that 2 seed. I got them beating Baltimore. Jaguars are going to the playoffs. The Steelers are. The Chargers are finally going to the playoffs. It's about time. The Bills, the Texans. Now it's interesting because the Colts could possibly sneak in there over the Texans, but they would have to win out that division. That's what becomes tricky for them. And then the Ravens. I think the Ravens are cooked. I don't think they're making the playoffs. Then you got the Bears, the Eagles, the Bucks, the Seahawks, the Niners, the Packers. Yeah, at that 7 seed, it get real tricky, man. Because the Packers just went from the 7th seed. I mean the 2 seed and dropped all the way down to 7, which is crazy. And if they lose to Chicago, essentially they could be out the playoffs. The Lions could take that. So the Lions, the Panthers, and the Cowboys are still technically in the hunt, even though I think it's really gonna come down to this division of the NFC North between the Lions and Packers. Who gets that 7th spot? The Vikings eliminated. The Falcons getting eliminated. It's hilarious because they owe their first round picks to the Rams. So imagine the Rams somehow go to the Super Bowl and now they got a top 10 pick. That's just crazy to me. I mean, who has the lowest percentage? I mean, for the AFC, mostly all the playoff spots are locked up except for the Steelers, and that's because of division stuff. Because the Ravens are like a game behind them. But yeah. But shout out to the 27 people live that's came in here. I will see you guys next week. Probably, actually, I might see you guys tomorrow, depending on how the day go. Don't forget to follow me at Crazy Josh Universe on YouTube. It's free to sub, man. Support a small black male content creator. Like, come on now. You ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all support all the big ones. Support the little guy. You understand what I'm saying? Crazy_Talk Sports. I'm there too. And on TikTok at Crazy Josh. And make sure to follow me. Tell your friends, your mother, your father, your granddaddy, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your frenemies, your enemies, your op. I don't care who you tell. Tell them all to follow me, all right? Now, I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace.